silver dollar kid. Gunmen, time grows short, run or make your bid. Who'll be first to draw against the silver dollar kid? The silver dollar kid. He travels fast, he travels light, going in the west for a showdown fight for a cause that's right. So look the other way, or stay and make your play. Gunmen, say your prayers like all the others did. Where's the man who'll stand against the silver dollar kid? The silver dollar kid. 2 men standing in the high noon sun, their pride says fight they must. One will live when the day is done, one will die in the dust, and one will die in the dust.
Let's go to Dodge City. That was the toughest. No, I want to see Tombstone. Dodge City! Tombstone!
Quiet.
We can't go to both.
You folks want to know what was the toughest town in the Old West?
I promised the kids.
The toughest town, huh?
Yeah.
Mister, you're in it. This town?
Primrose, Arizona?
This town, Primrose, Arizona.
You kidding?
No, Sonny. You see, when they cleaned up all those wild western towns and established law and order, all the famous gunmen, the killers with the big reputations, wound up here. There was Billy the Kid Blake, Wild Bill Monk, the notorious Dalton brothers, Ike and Jake, Doc Henley, Judd McCoy, and of course there was Nick Nolan. He took over Primrose, and if anybody got in his way, there was Black Bart.
Nick, it's murder.
Murder? Why, no, Kathy. As usual, it's a fair fight between 2 brave men. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Draw, you yellow dog, or get...
He's dead.
Well, you're picking a better type of sheriff, gentlemen. This one lasted a whole week.
We're not giving up, Nolan. There'll be law and order in Primrose.
Someone will come and clean out your rattlesnakes so the decent people can settle here.
There must be such a man somewhere. Somewhere.
Gunmen, time grows short, run or make your bid. Who'll be first to draw against the silver dollar kid? The silver dollar kid. The silver dollar kid.
Bart, you forgot your bonus for that little job this afternoon.
Job. It's a shame to take the money.
Well, gentlemen, did you find a new sheriff yet? My boys would be very anxious to meet him.
I wonder how those killers of yours that active just once they faced a decent, hard-shooting man who wasn't half paralyzed by their reputations.
Is there such a man?
Gunmen, say your prayers like all the others did. Where's the man who'll stand against the silver dollar?
Hey, what's the idea?
Give me a drink.
Stranger, I'm talking to you.
Talking. A man who's carrying a gun shouldn't have to do too much talking.
What's the idea?
I asked you for a drink. I didn't ask you for a glass. Lots of fast guns around here?
Plenty.
Who's the fastest gun in town? I asked you who's the fastest gun in town?
Like Bart over there.
Thank you. See, you're 50 and raise 100. Who did that? You?
What is this, a joke?
You. Come over here.
Where's this guy? You.
Come over here. You hit me in the head with a cork.
It was a mistake, wasn't it? You deliberately did it? Mister, did you come in here to commit suicide?
Talking? This is a town of talkers. Men carry guns and they talk.
Stranger, do you know who I am?
I hear you're a pretty fast gun.
That's right.
Prove it.
Mister, are you actually looking for a fight with me?
Looking, but not finding one.
You found your fight, stranger. I never refused any man a fair fight.
Fair fight?
That's right.
Okay. You insist upon a fair fight.
Drop! No, look where your guns are.
What does he want from me? All right? That ought to even it up. You point me towards my gun.
Who is this guy? How does it feel, Bart, to finally meet a man who isn't afraid of you?
How does it feel to be a little bit afraid yourself, Bart?
Afraid of this joker? All right. Put on your glasses and get your guns. We're starting even.
Right? You heard him. I gave him his chance. You're all my witnesses. I want you to sign statements right after the autopsy.
Drop!
Start counting. 1.
2. You crazy? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Meeting an egg, that's what I'm doing.
I'm counting. We start shooting on 3.
You're only up to 2, aren't you? Plenty of time. Bartender, salt.
He's got plenty. Who is this guy?
What's the matter, Bart?
Yeah, Bart, what's the matter?
All right, stranger. You ready to die? One. 2.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I'm only fooling. Please, Mr. Bart, don't shoot.
Stand up and go for your guns, you yellow dog!
No, I like you. I can't. It was his eyes. I like him.
You dirty four-flusher!
No, please, give me a chance.
Bart, let him go. Can't you see he's a
She
coward?
makes sense. Listen to her. She makes sense.
Go for your gun!
How can you explain it? Suddenly you like somebody.
You hit me in the head with a cork!
Oh, poor little head. I'll make it well.
No.
No, stop, man.
Go for your gun!
No, please. Guns. Bloodshed. Can't men live peacefully together?
Shut up and fight.
Fight? What does fighting ever prove? We're not living in the Middle Ages.
Shut up!
What are we, animals? We're highly civilized. Why? I like you.
Fainted.
A disgusting thing to see, Mayor.
It's hard to believe that any human being could be so craven.
Will somebody help me get him upstairs?
Always the Florence Nightingale, aren't you, Kathy? Here, somebody take his hat.
Get up, you dirty yellow dog, and fight!
Bart, come here.
No man says what he said. The man lives. Think of my reputation.
Your reputation. Why, if you so much as winged him, your reputation as a gunman would be finished.
What do you mean?
You know who he is?
No.
Silver Dollar Kid.
That's right. That's right. The Silver Dollar Kid, the yellowest man in the history of the Arizona Territory.
Slowest gun in the West.
I heard of him, but I never believed it. Who could believe those stories? A dude with glasses comes out from the east, puts on a pair of guns, and immediately challenges every famous gunman to draw. Then turns yellow at the last second.
Why, he must have started 1,000 fights and never pulled his gun once. Any gunman with any reputation at all who'd kill him would be laughed out of the country.
What a terrible thought. Imagine you spend your life building up a reputation, and suddenly you're known as the guy that killed the yellowest man in the West.
You had a close shave, Bart.
I need a drink. Come on, Walt.
Walt.
The man who kills him would be laughed out of the country.
What are you talking about?
Mayor, what's our problem?
You know what our problem is. We need a sheriff. A man who can keep from getting killed long enough for folks back east to decide there's law and order here. Why?
Mayor, I think we've got our sheriff.
Draw. I want you to... Where am I?
You're in my room.
You're... What am I... My guns. Where's my guns?
They're over there.
Well, I feel better now. Who are you?
Kathy McQueen. I work in Nick Nolan's saloon downstairs. I brought you up here to my room.
Huh? Must have been lonely for you waiting for a real man to show up. Well, he's here now. Now, come here, little lady. I want to...
Now listen to me. I'm a dance hall girl. I drink with strange men. I smoke. But you get one thing straight. I'm not the kind of a woman you think I am.
You're not?
No.
Nothing's gone right for me today.
No, and you didn't do too well with Black Bart either.
Oh, you saw the fight?
I was the woman you hid behind.
Hid behind. You saw, but you didn't understand, huh? You just didn't understand.
Understand what?
But at the last minute, I thought, somewhere, Black Bart has a sweet, white-haired old little mother. So I let him live.
So that's why you refused to fight.
Fight? Or with my lightning draw, it would have been cold-blooded murder.
You're fast, huh?
Fast? Count to 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sticky leather. What do you think?
7.
All right. Nothing's gone right for me today. Now it works.
Silver Dollar. You mind if I ask you a personal question?
Fire ahead.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? Isn't it obvious? Here it is sundown and I haven't killed a man yet. Of course, I've been on a trail all day and I ain't seen anybody except that Black Bart. And he has to have a sweet, white-haired old little mother.
You didn't answer my question. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? I'm yellow. That's what's wrong with me. I'm a coward. I'm yellow. I'm the yellowest man in the West.
Oh, now, now, silver dollar kid.
You know what? That's not even my real name. I'm just plain little old Fletcher Bissell III of Boston. And now you know.
Bissell?
Don't tell me you never heard of the Bissell family. The famous yellow-bellied Bissells? 400 straight years of cowardice without a single break. That's why I came out west, to prove that at least one Bissell could be brave.
You mean not one Bissell has ever been brave?
And my father, Bull Bissell, he was a general in the Civil War.
Bull Bissell, what did he do?
What did he do? The only battle he was in, they named after him Bull Run. That's why it's been through the years. Deserters, traitors, cowards. That's why I came out west. I'm their last hope.
Oh, Silver Dollar, why don't you go back?
No. I'm going to prove that one Bissell can be brave, courageous, heroic.
Like being sheriff of Primrose?
What?
We want to make you sheriff.
Are you crazy?
Quiet. A Bissell? Sheriff of the toughest town in the West?
You'll be dead in 24 hours.
Nonsense. Cowards we may be, but somehow we managed to live a long time. How do you like that? A Bissell. Sheriff of Primrose.
Three Jacks. The newspaper just come out. Take a look. The town's got a new sheriff.
Oh, what do you know? Law and order comes to Primrose. Now listen to this, boys. A new era of law and order in Primrose is assured with the naming of a new sheriff. Fletcher Bissell III. All right, boys, drinks on the house. Here's to the late sheriff of Primrose. Who was he again? Fletcher Bissell.
The third. Now you hear this. Until now, Primrose has been a rough and a dangerous place to live in. Now, you men are entitled to protection, and I'm here to see that you get it. How are you? Now, men, there's going to be law and order in Primrose. Now, gentlemen, I've lined up a civic program for Primrose. Together, we can push this thing over the top. First thing, I want you to sign up to be big brothers in my sheriff's Big Brother Club. Now, what does that mean? That means we take the boys and girls of Primrose on hikes, pageants, picnics. It'll be good for the youngsters, and they are the future of Primrose. Next thing on hand, I'm instigating a clean-up Primrose campaign. Now, fess up, gentlemen. You've been messy about leaving your horses in the street. I noticed these little things. Another important item. You're all to join the Sheriff's Art and Crafts Club. I've arranged for a squaw from the Indian village right outside of town. She's coming in on Tuesday nights to teach us beadwork. It'll be good for you sharpshooters. Keep those pupils dilated. Next, we have a very important item, archery, with the main competition to be held on the 4th of July. The lucky winner to receive one of my silver dollars. Not bad, huh? One of the sheriff's silver dollars. How's your mother?
My mother?
Oh, she'll be proud of you, Bart, on Mother's Day when you bring her a pair of moccasins beaded by your own hands. I expect you there. Tuesday night, you ask for laughing water. Here's another item. Thursday nights, behind the general store, we'll all gather for the Glee Club audition. And you're my first tenor.
Tenor?
Don't fight me on this. You're the tenor. Now, I'm going to need a bass voice. I'm hold auditions right here. You look like a robust type. Now, sing it nice and low and robustly. Now, sing. Primrose City's gonna grow. Let's go. Primrose. Come on now. Don't be shy. Let's wait your mouth. Where is it? Don't hide on me. Now, sing it. Primrose City's gonna grow. Let's go.
Excuse me. Pardon me, but there's a little ceremony that we have to perform, Sheriff Bissell.
Sheriff Bissell, you stop that. I'm Fletch. Just plain old Fletch.
All right, Fletch, it's just a little ceremony that we perform for every new sheriff. Usually we wait 2 or 3 days, but in your case, we're going to make an exception.
Oh, charmant. Charmant, that means charming.
All right, Ike, it's your turn to perform the ceremony.
All right, Dalton. Cat's got your tongue. Oh, don't be shy with me. Don't let this impress you. I'm just plain folks. I can't do it.
Your turn, you got to do it.
Look, Nolan, I got a reputation to protect. I killed 32 men, but I give every one of them a fair draw. He won't draw his guns, and you know it.
Sure he will. He's all steamed up about being sheriff. Just provoke him. He'll draw. Go on. Hello, Sheriff.
Sheriff, I'm just plain Fletch. You call me Fletch.
I'm calling you a yellow dog, a dirty, crawling skunk. That's what I'm calling you.
Now, see here, Dalton. I'm giving you 10 seconds to take that back or you're going to suffer the consequences.
I ain't taking none of it back.
All right. You asked for this. You're out of the glee club. No more 10 up for him, you. I want to hear your voice later.
Sheriff, you're a disgrace to Primrose. This man's insulted you.
And I punished him.
You punished him?
Oh, yes. Wait till he finds out that the Glee Club goes on tour singing in Tombstone, Dodge City, and he has to stay home because he's been naughty, naughty, naughty. Why don't you drop Mumsy a line? I want to hear these voices, man. I want to hear you sing.
He's got to be killed. Jake, take him.
I got some pride. I ain't gonna be remembered as the man who shot the $Silver Dollar Kid.
Primrose City's gonna grow. Primrose City's gonna... You see, Primrose. Now try it. And, don't you listen to me. Primrose City is gonna grow. Give me the rolling back. Primrose. This is bad for your voice. Out. Now, Primrose City, why don't you follow what I'm telling you? Why don't you?
All right, Bart. Looks like you've got to do it again. Bart?
I ain't seen Mumsy in 20 years.
All right, you prima donnas. If your past reputations mean more than your futures, I'll do it myself. I don't care whether he draws or not, he's getting it.
Primrose City's gonna grow.
Bissell! Bissell! Fletch?
Coming!
You made fools of us long enough, Draw. I don't care whether you go for your guns or not, you're getting it. Draw.
Stop! Now, you listen to me. I'm saying this once and once only. If that gun isn't down by the time I count 3,
Yeah?
you're out of the Big Brothers.
Go get it, you yellow dog. I'm
Please,
shooting.
don't talk when I'm trying to count. 1.
Well, stop looking at me like I was dirt.
2.
Somebody's got to do it.
3. Good boy. See you Thursday night. Wear any old clothes. We're playing run, sheep, run. Anything bothers you, just send for Fletch. Please, don't cheer. You'll startle the horse. How are you?
He's got to be killed. He's got to be killed. It's him or it's us.
That's how the $Silver Dollar Kid got to be sheriff of Primrose.
Well, the oil's changed, sir.
Oh, how much do I owe you?
Let's see that. Check your spark plugs?
No, thanks. Imagine, they couldn't get anybody to kill Sheriff Bissell.
That's right. Until they brought in Sam Bass.
Sam Bass?
You mean the most famous gunman of them all?
Sam Bass.
Try to warn the sheriff.
Bye.
Gunfighters must be pretty scarce around here. Price you're offering is...
Hi, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
You got the slickest guns in the West right here in town. And you sent for me? Just who is this $Silver Dollar Kid?
Oh, look, Sam.
Well, just how fast is this guy?
Sam, you got nothing to worry about. Just remember one thing. When he says draw, don't wait. Fire.
Well, I haven't had a fight yet where I didn't give a man a chance to go for his gun.
Oh, now, Sam, don't ask me why, but you can't wait for him to draw. Fire.
Well, just how fast is this $Silver Dollar Kid?
You're getting paid $10,000 to find out. Just don't wait for him to draw.
Come in. Come in, come in. We're right in the middle of beadwork class. Perhaps you'd like to join us. Oh, I do hope the registration isn't closed. We're lucky to have her. She's a wonderful teacher. There's such a shortage, you know. Hello there, you're Sam Bass. Recognize you from your picture. But how I did is beyond me. I must apologize for the sloppy work our government printing press is doing. You see the pictures they send in on Billy the Kid? Horrible.
Are you the sheriff?
No! Never use that word, Sheriff. I'm just Fletch. Plain old Fletch.
Fletch. Are you the Silver Dollar Kid?
Oh, that? They used to call me that when I was in action.
Well, you're in action now. Draw.
Stop! Stop! Look at your hands. My hands? Sam, they're a dead giveaway. I refuse to shoot a man whose hands show me that all he wants is love and understanding. My hands? Oh, come on. Stop kidding, Sam. I know that you're an incipient psycho love depressive, but I give you my word, it will not leave this office. Manate Kuzna. Right. Sam, there's help on the way. Right now in Vienna, there's this 18-year-old boy, Sigmund Freud. He has the answer. Who? Sigmund Freud. He can help you, Sam. He don't even have to know you. All he'd have to do is look at your hands, and he would know that you're a victim of an over-emotional ego fighting an underdeveloped id. Oh, this all came out in the debate that Freud had with Spinoza last year in Budapest. Was that a night to remember? Will you ever forget that night? This young scientist, Sigmund Freud, came out with theories that startled the scientific world. Freud was so sure that he had the right path, and he tried to give these knowledges, fighting him all the way. What did Spinoza do? He yelled, "Fraud, Freud!" See the play on words, the inner complex? Fraud, Freud! This did not startle Freud. He said, "Sir, have you ever had a complex of hatred and a dream bedlam? Did you ever wake up in the morning and say, what has confused me? What has confused you? Sex! Sex has confused you!" And Spinoza, an old man at the time, said, "Well, perhaps when I was younger." But no, Freud said, and then he came out with theories which would help you, Sam. You of all people. He would know that when you make this threatening gesture with your hands, which seems to say, kill! Kill! You are only saying, love me. Love me. Sam, you're just a lonely, frightened little boy. These are not your guns, Sam. They're your teddy bears.
Teddy bears?
If you need help, come and see me.
Are you crazy? Who is this guy?
Our people call him Chogo Gu Umolko Ug.
Now, what does that mean?
Man with voice of lion and heart of mouse.
Oh, I heard that. Just for that, your tribe cannot have a float in the 4th of July parade.
Heart of mouse. Could it be your yellow?
Oh, Sam, we're not discussing my problem. We're discussing your problem. Why don't you write Sigmund? The address is 1200 Fliegenflagerstrasse, Budapest. Send a self-addressed...
Shut up! Their reputation was too good for those guys. And they want to put an end to it. They want some shooting, they'll get some shooting.
No, no. I forbid gunplay in Primrose. You and your big Indian mouth.
Now, look, Sam.
You were going to make me a laughing stock, weren't you?
No, no. I absolutely forbid any gunplay.
Draw.
Drew. I dropped $1.
Well, no one.
I'm not in your league with a gun, Sam.
Anyone thinks he is?
Maybe.
Welcome to Primrose. I guess it must be true what we heard about your new sheriff.
He must be wonderful.
It sure is a nice, quiet town.
The Dalton brothers.
Great Sam Bass.
My teddy bear.
I warned them about gunplay in Primrose, but they won't listen. They just won't listen. Oh, be sure and wire the federal marshal about that $10,000 reward. We'll use the money for building the new clubhouse. My design. Stucco, red tile, Spanish. Oh, no, don't fight me on this. We're going Spanish all the way. Well, what have we got here? Here I am, girls. This is what you came west for.
Oh, Sheriff Bissell.
Say, you're all right. These your young'uns? Yep. Good show. Adore me. I love Calico. Love it.
Just a minute, folks. Can I have your attention? I have the honor of announcing the engagement of my daughter, Elsie May, to the man that brought law and order to the toughest town in the West and made Primrose a haven for decent folk. Sheriff Fletcher Bissell III.
All right, folks. Now listen, I ain't a talking man. But Elsie May, he is my woman, and anyone who says different will answer to my two friends. My shooting knife.
Engaged? The sheriff's engaged to be married?
That's right. They just announced it.
Well, boys, we've got him. Because there's not a man in the West, no matter how yellow he is, who won't stand up if the girl he loves is insulted. Now, Blake, this is your specialty.
All right. What do you want, Blake?
I'll show you what I want, Sheriff. I want her.
Fletcher!
Well, Sheriff?
Well, Sheriff?
Gentlemen, remove your hats. You have just witnessed the most beautiful demonstration of true love you'll ever see.
True love.
Elsie May, Mr. Blake here came in here with so much love in his heart for you, he was willing to face certain death, my guns, just to prove it.
I'm engaged to you.
You're a lucky girl, Elsie May.
I thought you loved me.
I do. But compared to him, I gotta step aside.
You're gonna let him get away with it?
Why, the easiest thing to do would be to gun him down. But I'd rather step aside than be known as the man who snuffed out this great love.
Fletcher Bissell, you're gonna regret this to your dying days. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Don't you speak to me again. Come on.
Wait a minute, Blake.
There goes my love.
It took a mighty brave man to do that, Sheriff.
Thanks, Dad. Leave me with my broken dream.
Don't cry, Sheriff.
Comfort me.
Two more families today, and there are waves of them on the way. Boys, every day that yellow coward stays alive, those waves get closer and closer. Now, one of you's got to do it. We still got time. There's still 4 of you left. 4 of the toughest, fastest guns.
William, didn't I tell you to stop hanging out with these bums?
Hold on, Elsie May.
We're due at the church picnic. If I ever kept you...
Elsie May, for peace sake.
Oh, they're dropping like flies. This was going to be our town, and who stops us? The yellowest coward ever to show his face in the West.
Nick, don't be sore at us for not shooting him.
Well, we just couldn't do it.
Guy that would shoot that yellow dog would have to be as yellow as him.
Say that again.
Well, all I said was to shoot that yellow dog.
We'd have to find somebody as yellow as he is. That's it.
It's a pretty tough order.
Think there must be someone.
There was a guy down in Tombstone.
Now I remember his name. Chicken Finsterwald.
Chicken Finsterwald? What did he do?
Don't ask me to repeat.
Go on.
He shot an 84-year-old woman.
He shot an 84-year-old woman?
In the back.
Back?
That I know. When he heard that she'd recovered and was looking for him, he hightailed it out of town, went north.
Well, get him.
What?
Why, any man would shoot an 84-year-old woman in the back and then be afraid to face her in a showdown is our man. Where is he? Find him.
Find him? I don't even know what he looks like.
Haven't you got a clue?
Something. Yeah, now I remember. He walks like a duck.
Well, get me this chicken that walks like a duck. Go on, get moving. Let's find it.
Yes, gentlemen?
You got a man here named Chicken Finsterwald? Walks like a duck?
Mister, as long as they pay their room rent, we don't care how they walk.
Where are the guests?
They're just finishing dinner. They should be out any minute. Here's your weekly bill.
Let's see that. Are you positive you haven't got a cheaper room?
Cheaper? You're sleeping in the lobby now.
I know, but see, I don't need all this space. Who are those fellas?
I didn't ask them.
Are they looking at me? Well, if they're looking for trouble, they're not going to get it. Remember, if they start anything, I'll faint. See, and you take me up to my room.
You're in your room.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, anyway, this doctor says to me, he says, now look, he says, with your heart condition...
Excuse me, have
he
you
says,
got a
anything
room?
is... Oops! I'm terribly sorry. It was my fault.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't mean to jostle you. Really, it was an accident. Please don't hit me.
Now, really, Bartley, you're such a clumsy oaf. Please don't be hard on him, sir.
Shame on you, Bartley.
Well,
please accept my apology, sir.
All right, but don't let it happen again. You got off lucky this time.
Now, please don't be mad at Bartley, mister. I'm such a lout.
We just want to be friends.
All right, how about a friendly game of poker?
Oh, good. He likes us.
Yes. What shall we play, sir?
5-card draw, usual rules. Jacks are better to open. And I gotta win. Any objections?
No, sir.
No.
All right, hand you $1.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm light. What are you fellas doing up around here, anyway?
Well, we're mining students.
Mining students?
Yes. We were working a mine that petered out down in Tombstone.
Hey, speaking of Tombstone, you fellas ever run into a Mrs. Hotchkiss?
Hotchkiss?
Yeah. About 84 years old. Stands about this high. Snow white hair, wears glasses, walks with a cane. Real mean.
Yeah, those old ones can be real ornery.
And fast, too. Takes a pretty good man to bring him down.
Mrs. Hotchkiss.
Where?
No, she ain't here.
Watch it, will you? Be just like her to put a rubber tip on the end of her cane so I wouldn't hear her tapping up on me. What about this Mrs. Hotchkiss?
Ain't she that old woman who was shot in the back?
Yeah, she was dry gulched in a dark alley.
Where's she now?
In jail.
Oh, in jail, huh?
Yeah, they found out she was the brains of a stagecoach robbing gang.
There was $1,000 reward for the guy who got her.
$1,000?
Yep. Yeah, they found the man who claimed he gunned her down and gave him the 1,000.
But that's my money.
Your money?
Boys, I'm the man who shot Mrs. Hotchkiss. I'm Chicken Finsterwald.
Now, mister, you sure you're not just a bragging?
I told you I shot her. Everybody in Tombstone knew it had to be me. I sneaked up behind her in a dark alley, see? I kicked the cane from out under her. And I winged her as she was going down. That's my trademark.
How do you like that? And this other guy got the credit for it.
And my $1,000. Who is he?
Fletcher Bissell the third.
Fletcher Bissell the third?
He's from our hometown, Primrose, Arizona.
Is he fast with a gun?
Well, I hate to say this, sir, but he's probably the yellowest man in the West.
Any dark alleys in Primrose?
Plenty of them.
Saddle my horse. We're riding for Primrose.
And he shot this little old lady in the back?
Yes, Sheriff. Oh, I know we've had our differences, Fletch, but when I heard what had happened to poor Mrs. Hotchkiss here, I brought her all the way down from Tombstone to see justice done. Because that's the kind of a sheriff I think this town has now.
Now, folks, now listen to this. I'm taking a vow. I'm gonna hunt that varmint Chicken Finsterwald down, and when I do, I'll shoot him down like a dog, wherever he's hiding.
I can take care of him myself.
Now, there, Mother. That's my job. And I promise you, when I hunt him down, and I find him, my two friends here will speak.
Sheriff, you don't have to hunt him down. He's right here in Primrose.
Here in Primrose?
He's in my saloon right now. I'll see he doesn't get away.
Go get him, Sheriff.
Come with me. Well, I'm very busy. I got these posters to get out.
So he took my $1,000, eh? No man lives that does that. I can't wait till it gets dark.
You won't have to wait. You're going to be fighting in just a few minutes.
In broad daylight?
And face to face.
Face to face? What are you talking about? That ain't my style. I'm a Batman. Listen,
Here he comes,
when I got here.
The sheriff's on the way.
What's all this face-to-face nonsense?
Well, that's the way it's got to be. You shoot him in the back and it's murder. They'll form vigilante groups. We'll be all finished here. Here he comes.
Wait a minute. No. Give room, man.
Well, Mrs. Hotchkiss?
That's the man.
Stop her. Stop her.
Take her to her.
Well, don't just stand there. I mean, somebody cover her.
All right, she's covered.
Sheriff, do your duty. That's Chicken Finsterwald, the dirty coward who shot this dear little old lady in the back.
That's the $1,000 kid, the yellowest man in the West.
Hi.
Why? I've always wanted.
If this man lives, he'll be a blot on the fair name of Primrose.
There are hundreds of settlers on the way here. If they ever learn that a snake like this is allowed to roam the streets of Primrose, they'll all turn back.
Quiet! Now, you all listen to me. There've been no troublemakers in Primrose since I've been sheriff. And I aim to keep it that way. Now, stand back! I'm giving you 1 hour to hit the trail. Sheriff, ride! This was a nice little town until this old troublemaker showed up. Now, get in your horse and ride.
And he's afraid!
What? Who? You? Who said afraid? Afraid? Let me tell you something. Is this the way to kill a man with no evidence? Does he look like the kind of man to shoot a little old lady in the back? Look at those baby blue eyes. I will not shoot an innocent man.
Innocent? He told us he did it.
That's right, he's right.
Got it. Sheriff, you're going to do your duty.
I'll hit you with the... You? Now, you listen to me. Every corpuscle in my blood keeps saying, go for your guns. But I got a heart. And my heart tells me, what will we accomplish shooting this man? Outside of satisfying this bloodthirsty old troublemaker. Get on your horse and ride. All right? This man committed a crime. And I'm giving him a chance to redeem himself. I'm making him my deputy.
I expected yours, that did it.
Quiet! I waited a long time for the right man to come along, and I finally got him. You winged her, huh? These old ones are tough to get. How did you do it?
You know how?
How?
I sneaked it behind her, see, and I kicked the cane out from under her, and bang, bang, bang. First a blue bead, then a red bead.
That's it. Now you're getting it. See these?
Yeah.
That laughing water make me up a gross. Showing a small profit, but very nice.
Well, town's getting to be pretty quiet, ain't it?
Yep. All because two men faced each other and found friendship.
Yeah. Fletch.
What, is a chick?
I gotta get something off my chest.
Go ahead.
I didn't like you at first.
You didn't?
No. The reason I didn't draw is because I'm yellow.
I got something to tell you.
What is it, Fletch?
I didn't like you at first either.
You didn't?
Only reason I didn't draw on you is, well, I'm yellower than you are.
Oh, now, wait a minute. There ain't nobody yellower than me. I come from the yellowest family that ever lived.
Oh, you don't know what you're saying. You must have heard of the Bissell family. The yellow-bellied Bissell.
Yeah. Amongst us Finsterwalds, your family was known as the line-hearted.
Now, see here, chicken. I've taken all I'm going to take from you. I'm not going to stand here and have you insinuate my family were in yellow. That's all we got left.
Anytime you say that the Bissells are yellower than the Finsterwalds, you're a liar.
Now, I never drew my gun in anger before, but I'm warning you. I'm going to be in the middle of Main Street at high noon in my shooting clothes. Now, you come ready to apologize, or you'll be ready to draw.
You got yourself a fight.
Finsterwald, I'm calling you out for a dirty, rotten liar. Are you man enough to make your play?
I'm calling you, Bissell.
snake.
Draw! You draw, you four-flushing coyote.
You draw. You draw. No, you draw. You draw.
You draw first.
You draw. Draw. You draw. You draw. Draw. You draw. You. Are you gonna draw? Now, you draw. You draw. I'm waiting. You draw. You draw first. You draw.
That's how Fletcher, Bissell, the Silver Dollar Kid, cleaned up the toughest town in the Old West. And ever since that day, descendants of old Fletcher have been the peace officers here in Primrose. Here's your bill.
$72?
That's right.
So that was the gimmick. You kept us here all day with that cock and bull story just so you could run up a bill.
Oh, now look here, that was the truth.
Truth? There never was anybody ever lived as yellow as you say the Silver Dollar Kid was. I'm not paying.
Now listen, you. You're paying every cent of that bill or that car ain't moving.
Oh, it ain't, huh? Well, we'll see about that.
Hold it. Now, what's going on here?
Get lost, copper!
All right. What do you... Oh, these little ones are me. All right.
Gunmen, time grows short. Run or make your bid. Who'll be first to draw against the Silver Dollar Kid? The Silver Dollar Kid. He travels fast, he travels light, coming in the west for a showdown fight for a cause that's right. So look the other way, or stay and make your play. Gunmen, say your prayers like all the others did. Where's the man who'll stand against the Silver Dollar Kid? The Silver